Hey there, financial patriots. Joe Gonzalez here, and I wanted to take the time to make a brief presentation about the top 10 frequently asked questions about investing in gold and silver, and then specifically about investing in with the process with Miles Franklin Precious Metals, for which I am a licensed broker representative for them. So this is designed to give you a good beginner education, but it may not have 100% of all the details. And again, I'm very happy to get on the telephone with you and walk you through your goals and desires and what you want to make sure we serve you for what your purposes are and what you need. And also, thanks for joining me here on the YouTube channel, Financial Patriots with Joe Gonzalez, or you may be joining me in my free and private Facebook group, Financial Patriots, Surviving and Thriving in the New World. All right, so let's get started. Question one that I get a lot: how much should I invest? Well, another way of asking this is, how much of your wealth do you want to protect? How much exposure do you want to keep in a declining dollar that's losing its purchasing power through inflation? That's another thing to ask. Many people believe that gold and silver should be 5 to 15% of your overall portfolio or net worth. Maybe even higher if you're worried about protecting against the future societal problems, stock market crashes, dollar devaluations, etc. FYI, you don't need to be worried about spending all at once. You can dollar cost average and buy certain amounts over time, spreading out your investment and averaging your cost based on the ups and downs in the market. Let's say you wanted to protect $500,000 of your IRA or your net worth from a collapsing stock market. Then you could buy $50,000 of precious metals, say, and hold them over a long period of time. Precious metals, to me, represent real wealth and real savings. So if financial advisors tell you not to own gold and silver, my advice would be to run. Remember, they are incentivized to keep your money in the ecosystem and manage your cash. Now, real good fiduciary financial advisors are just awesome people, and they're legally and are supposed to be looking out for your best interest as a fiduciary. And stockbrokers are not always fiduciaries. They might be just representing the bank or something. But fiduciaries, wealth advisors, and the biggest financial managers in the world use gold to help balance their portfolios and protect their portfolios. In fact, I work with wealth advisors and insurance advisors because they understand they want to help their clients out. So they'll often refer clients to me, and of course I appreciate that. The next question I get a lot: why should I buy gold and silver? Well, there could be a lot of reasons. I look at it as a protector of wealth and real savings. Are you looking for a hedge against inflation? Are you worried about a stock market collapse? Are you worried about Armageddon, as I call it, and want some coins to barter with? Are you worried about hyperinflation or the dollars becoming worthless like in Venezuela or Argentina or many other places before that? And hundreds of other empires this has happened to in the past, so don't think that it may not happen again. Precious metals are a commodity, which means an asset and raw material which comes from the earth and is used as building blocks for other things. Silver, as you may or may not know, has many, many thousands of industrial uses as well. And gold and silver has been used for thousands of years as actual money. And they have the real characteristics of money: the store of wealth, divisible, portable, durable, standard, and stable. Our U.S. and other government monetary systems use paper and coin currency, which are not money, and used to be backed by gold or silver. So they used to be backed by gold and silver. However, in 1971, Richard Nixon took the U.S. monetary system off the gold standard, which means our currency is not backed by anything except for a decree by government that it is legal tender and can be relied on as such. This is called fiat money, and 100% of fiat currencies have failed over time because they return to their intrinsic value of zero. They're backed by nothing. For this reason, governments and central banks of the world continue to hold gold as an asset for their country's wealth. For these and other reasons, gold and silver is real wealth, an asset that stands up and stores wealth over time and helps maintain purchasing power over declining fiat currency purchasing power. It is immutable wealth that can be passed on to your heirs. Immutable means indestructible. Plus, once you see them and hold them, you may be hooked on their beauty. So why should I buy gold and silver? Here's 6 more reasons Number one, portability. Gold bullion is small enough to be taken anywhere and is highly liquid to be able to use all over the world. Number two, universal acceptance as money. Gold will always have value. Unlike government currencies, fiat, as I said, gold bullion cannot default or go bankrupt. Gold is the only form of money that has survived for over 5,000 years. Number three, portfolio diversification. Gold is historically uncorrelated to stocks and bond performance, and according to the Ibbotson study, the only negatively correlated asset class to U.S. large cap stocks. So it's the only negatively correlated. Could move in opposite directions. And number four, privacy in a world of decreasing privacy. Gold and silver are anonymous storers of wealth. Nobody will know how much wealth you have hidden away. It can't be tracked or traced on the internet or through bank accounts. Number five, a safe haven asset. In times of turmoil and uncertainty in the financial markets, gold is a popular safe haven asset to hold. Safe haven means investors flee to it, not from it. And number six, no counterparty risk. Physical gold is one of the only assets in the world that is not simultaneously someone else's liability. Example, your currency in the bank is the bank's liability. You give it to them your currency to them to hold, and you expect to get it back. But with gold and silver, you actually hold it in your own hand and nobody else has it. And the next question, what should I buy? Well, I recommend that you buy real physical precious metals, as I was just saying. That means coins, say government currencies that are legal tender in those local governments. Bars, those can be private or government mint bars, or rounds. These are private mints that aren't coins or currency, they're just rounds. And they're based purely on the spot price or the market of the commodity melt value, plus the cost of the refining, the marketing, the coin creation. Those are called premiums. So it's really spot plus premiums. And buying pooled certificates or futures or ETFs like GLD or SLV on the stock exchange, they're really for trading purposes and big sophisticated investors, and they're not going to give you the physical metal in your hand to hold. In fact, they may not even have all the metals available for everybody, just like a bank doesn't have all the money for everybody to take out. So these are just simply paper claims on the metals. And as I said, if you can't hold them in your hand, you don't own it. So it's really someone else's liability then. And on a side note, numismatics, that's a term related to collectible or rare coins or rounds. These prices are based on the spot or melt market value, plus a factor of collectability, demand, rareness, etc. These values are more difficult to ascertain and have a much wider range, and can be more difficult to sell or get your investment back due to the limited liquidity. Be careful and know that there should be a readily available market for what you are buying in case you have to sell it. This generally requires more experience and expertise, and there are some coins that do have a liquid and sought after market, such as what we sell, which is like the pre-1933 gold coins and Morgan silver dollars, etc. Proofs, limited editions, those kind of things. Generally, these are going to be marketing gimmicks, are going to be higher priced and further away from the actual commodity and premium value, and you're going to be very hard pressed to sell those to anyone for near the price that you paid. So what should I buy? Continued. Well, popular things to buy and hold are highly liquid or worldwide markets, are currency, legal tender, I said, coins that are minted by the U.S. government, Royal Canadian government, Austrian, British governments, like those. These are readily available for sale and purchase and recognized by dealers and represent liquid investments all over the world. $1 silver eagles, $50 gold eagles, $50 gold Canadian maples, $5 silver Canadian maples, Philharmonics, Australian kangaroos, and more. Just take a look at our website, www.milesfranklin.com/purchase. The prices are not on there because we do personalized service, just so you know. We like to talk to people. These and others, they actually represent legal tender, but the value is based on the market value of the precious metal and the associated costs of turning it into coinage, the premiums, plus, of course, the profit to the dealer. Now, rounds, these are not legal tender or government coins, but are made by reputable private mints such as Silvertown, Republic Metals, Asahi, and bars. Those could come out in 1 ounce, 10 ounce, 100 ounce bars. and they're also available through private and government mints and are highly liquid. And the larger sizes are also commonly used for storage or larger deal sizes, or in cases where the investor is trying to get the lowest price based on the lowest premiums, the closest to the spot price. Also, consider that silver in the form of 1 ounce coins or rounds, they take up about 70 times more room and space than gold, and that's as of right now the price. And 10 ounce bars and 100 ounce bars take up less room than similar coin tube space. So and they're also more easily stacked. Number 4 of top 10 questions: is it better to buy private mint or government mints? That's a personal preference. Many people liken it to going to Costco and buying Coca-Cola or buying the Kirkland brand. It also depends what your goals are. Do you want some coins to trade or barter in the event of Armageddon? Are you looking to travel worldwide and want something more recognizable? Are you looking to get closer price to spot value? Think of government mint coins as a loaded Cadillac with options versus a base Corolla. The U.S. government mint, silver eagles or gold eagles, might be more recognizable and cost more to mint, market, etc. Therefore, the premium is higher than a private round. However, when selling the coin on the open market or back to the dealer, you should get some of that premium back as well. So when going with private mint, remember, make sure it's a reputable name in the industry and a reputable dealer. Question number 5, spot prices and premiums. Why is the price of a coin bar round over the spot value of the SLV or GLD prices on the stock market? Well, spot prices represent the pure paper trading value of the commodity, the base metal itself. And then the cost of, coinage, refining, minting, marketing, and supply demand factors with the wholesalers, the profit to get the coins into the market is called the premium. And often you'll see coins, rounds, bars priced at, XX dollars over spot. This represents the cost to own the physical products in your hand versus paper traded claims on precious metals that someone else holds. Number 6, is there a minimum or maximum size order? There is no minimum order or a maximum size, just that you have to cover the cost. And just keep in mind that if you are deciding to buy 1 or 2 silver coins around, say, there's going to be a minimum shipping charge of $15 for insured shipping. So if a coin around costs $28 and shipping is $15, that might not make the most financial sense. It may make more sense to accumulate more savings, to buy more to make up for some of the shipping charges. Also, many internet-based companies charge much higher prices for lower quantities based on the scalability of operations and the cost of doing business. So, for example, they may charge, $1, $2, $5 extra per coin or whatever it is on 1 to 20 coins, and then maybe a little bit less extra on 21 to 49 coins versus, say, 100 to 500 coins or so. We don't want to discourage anyone from getting started, but please keep that cost as well as the personalized service that you get with a live dealer and rep company like me and Miles Franklin versus the internet-based companies. So I'm here to help you out. Question number 7, what if I change my mind after I confirm my order with you? Precious metals are investments and assets, and there's a real cost to the broker-dealer to lock in your trade. You lock and confirm with the dealer means you bought it. Therefore, you are liable for the cost. In some circumstances, you may be able to change an order. However, it is often difficult to modify an order after it has been confirmed. It will depend on the type of product that has been ordered. Please note that once an order has been placed, it cannot be canceled. Once we confirm with each other, it is confirmed and you will get an invoice, but we are locking in a trade upon confirmation. We may also ask you for a deposit up front to lock or a credit card to hold a deposit until the full payment is cleared. However, keep in mind, like any stockbroker, let's say that you would have to go buy a stock, certain stocks with your stockbroker, you would have to have already had your money in your account with the stockbroker before they start buying on your behalf. So also, unlike internet dealers, we do not accept credit card payments. With internet dealers, they are also going to charge you your credit card fees, and there is more likelihood for fraud in my estimation. We believe gold and silver deserves to stay out of the track and trace internet world as much as possible. And at Miles Franklin, we accept wires, personal checks, or ACH payments. There are other ways as well. Please see the FAQs on the Miles Franklin website for more details. Question number 8. Is my purchase reportable to the government? No. The $10,000 rule only applies to cash or cash instruments above $10,000. If you pay with a check, ACH, or wire transfer, there is no reporting when you purchase. Okay? The Industry Council for Tangible Assets has developed broker reporting 1099B guidelines for precious metals and rare coins. This information is meant only to assist investors. For the most accurate reporting rules, please consult your tax advisor. And also, please refer over to our website at www.milesfranklin.com for more details. Question number 9. Do you take care of storage of the metals? Well, we do have great programs available for storing large quantities of precious metals, and of course there's a cost involved for storing, so that's why we typically say, larger quantities. We do have the most competitive rates in the country, including the only fixed rate storage program available within Brinks, the industry standard for security, and we're very proud of that. So check out our website for details under the storage tab. And then question number 9.5. Can I purchase metals through my IRA? I put these together because if you're doing it through your IRA, yes, we have IRA programs available, and it's through a trustee as required by law. So a trustee actually has to hold it. And again, there are more details available under our website. So if you go to www.milesfranklin.com services and precious metals IRAs, you'll find details on this. And let's see, again, you can call me and I can walk you through these things because there are a lot of details involved and forms and that kind of stuff. But absolutely, you can buy the right metals, gold, silver, through and the right denominations and types of gold and silver through your IRA. Through your self-directed IRA, I should say. A 401k, of course, in the United States is different. That's controlled by your employer, so they don't have that. This is usually for somebody who is rolled out or self-employed or no longer works for a company and now has an IRA that they are able to roll over. And definitely there are some tax advantages going on, I would say. So great time to talk about IRAs. And question number 10, does the dealer make a difference? Well, ask yourself, when buying precious metals and making investments, would you rather deal with an internet-based, non-personalized service that could be doing business from anywhere, or a local coin or a pawn shop that may not have the products you want, may not have the inventory, or may not be able to buy your coins back? I'm not saying they don't have some great things, of course, but this is all we do. We don't have other things in our shop. We're just in the precious metals business. And would you rather deal with a personalized dealer that is licensed, bonded, and insured, and an authorized reseller of the U.S. Mint coins, one of only 28 authorized resellers in the country? Miles Franklin is based in Minnesota, and that is also the only state that regulates precious metals dealers. For that reason, there's not too many of them, and Miles Franklin is one of the top dealers in the country. We have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, been in existence with the same owners for over 30 years. No other state regulates precious metals dealers, and I think that's very important. And that's why I teamed up myself with Miles Franklin. And integrity and reputation means everything. And you can just pick up the phone and give me a call. We'll walk through things. It's very simple. I'll help you out with choices and education further from this. And I look forward to serving you as your precious metals dealer. So give me a call, Joe Gonzalez, 216-288-1255, 216-288-1255, and email me at JoeFinancialPatriots, JoeFinancialPatriots with an S at gmail.com. All right. Thank you so much, and I look forward to working with you, and I hope this helps, but call me with additional questions.